One thing I've decided to do in order to accelerate our move abroad by increasing our income and savings is by starting another business. But hold on, I'm not talking about a big business. I'm simply talking about monetizing a skill and expertise that I already have. I'm going to share exactly what expertise this is, and I'm going to share how you can also monetize your skills, expertise, and all of that. In my main current business, the expertise that I'm monetizing is in content marketing or marketing in general in order to help business owners grow their online businesses. But this particular skill that I'm going to monetize is the fact that I was able to go to college debt free to get a bachelor's degree, master's degree, and PhD with zero student loan debt. And because I know that there's a great need for this expertise, I'm confident that this is something I should do. For a little bit of context, I wrote a book about 10 years ago that talks about how I did it, how I went to college debt free. So now, fast forward in 2026, I want to revisit what I wrote and update the content, as well as give a more practical, action based guide on how to do it as well. Now, I have evidence that there is demand for that based on the number of people who have asked me questions about how I did it, based on the fact that I've presented about that at conferences, at schools, at my church, different settings that show me that yes, green light, this is something that is in demand. And also the fact that the average American family will always look at student loans as the first way for them to fund college for their children instead of the other ways that I suggest in my book. So it's the same thing for you. You have past experiences, skills, maybe from your current job or a past job, or a life experience that is very unique to you that you can share with an audience, other people who would like to learn about how you did it or how you do something specific. It doesn't have to be related to money. It can be something as easy as how to crochet whales, for example, and you're doing tutorial for kids. So helping kids because they have smaller hands, helping them crochet in a way that is easy and that doesn't hurt their fingers and that is not frustrating. Okay, I say that from personal experience as a mom of two girls who are trying to crochet, and yes, it's fun and everything, but sometimes it's a little harder because they have smaller hands. Okay, so you might have that expertise, and that could be your niche, that could be your business idea, your skill that you can monetize. Okay, in my example, what I'm monetizing is a personal experience, the fact that I was able to go to college debt free, the strategies that I used, and that is valuable to a lot of people. Okay, so there are phases that I'm going to go through in order to make this possible. The first phase is going to be all about crafting that offer, deciding on the business model that I'm going to use. Am I going to do live coaching? Am I going to do webinars? Am I going to do a course? Am I going to do a membership? What is the business model that I want to do? What I choose for this one is not to necessarily have live one-on-one support with clients. For now, I'm prioritizing digital products. So I'm focusing on just one offer that would be a digital product. It would be a guidebook of some sort where I have all the expertise packaged in that book, and then people can buy it without having to reach out to me directly. Okay, they can buy it online on their own and get the results that they're looking for. Okay, so that is the business model that I'm looking for. Another reason why I am focusing on a digital product is time because I'm busy with other things, and right now adding more into my plate is just not reasonable. So the digital product route makes sense because I put a lot of work up front in order to make it happen, but then the money can come in a passive way. I don't have to be online 24/7 in order to sell this digital product. So that's the business model that I choose. In terms of price points, I'm starting at $27. So it's a low friction, it's reasonable, and as I get more testimonials and I add more resources into the guide, I can increase the price point to $37, $47, and more. But right now I'm starting at $27. Next phase is all about the tech setup. So where am I going to sell it? Where am I going to host this digital product? I'm going to do this as lean as possible. So I'm going to go with a free platform called Gumroad. It's not my favorite. My favorite, if you've heard me talk about that before, my favorite is StanStore. I like the simplicity of StanStore. But for this specific business, I want to start very, very lean without a lot of upfront cost. And that's why I'm leaning towards Gumroad because it's free and it's easy to use. The other tech element that needs to happen here is knowing which social media platform I'm going to use in order to promote my guide, and that is going to be YouTube. I might create a Facebook business page for it, but I'm not sure yet. Right now, the priority is going to be YouTube. It's my favorite platform. It doesn't require you to post every day. It doesn't require you to post on stories and reels and this and carousel and that. No, that's why I'm not on TikTok, and that's why I am not on Instagram. I'm going to focus on YouTube. I realize that it might be a slower growth, but it's also a more sustainable growth than Instagram or TikTok, because these push you to post several times a week and sometimes several times a day to make it happen. So again, because I'm very busy, I don't want to add that into my plate. I'm going to keep it very, very simple, and YouTube is great for that. The third phase is going to be all about the promotion. How am I going to promote and sell this digital product? So again, like I said, I'm going to utilize YouTube. So I'm going to create some YouTube shorts and possibly some YouTube long form videos. So the thing here is that I don't really want to have to sit and do a lot of talking videos, because those take a lot of time and usually require some editing. Even if it's minimal editing, it's still editing time, and I really don't want to spend too much time editing these videos. So I'm going to do a lot of b-roll reels or b-roll videos as well, with a voiceover instead of a full talking video like this on camera. Okay, so that's the type of videos that I'm going to create. Some are going to be storytelling based on my personal experience, value content, and full-on promotional content. Okay, so that is going to be the type of content, free content on YouTube. And at the end of every video, I'm going to encourage them to check out the resource that is going to be linked in the description of my videos, and that is going to be the paid product. So that's the strategy. Traffic source is going to be YouTube, maybe Facebook, I don't know yet, but mostly YouTube, with free content that is going to be value, that is going to be storytelling, that is going to be promotional content, that is going to lead to the digital product. Now, this is the idea. This is the project. This is what I intend to do. Now, in order to stay accountable, I need to put some dates into these goals. Like behind all of this, I need to have a date in order to stay the course and to actually do it. Today is April 1st. So I want to finalize phase one, which is creating the resource. I want to finalize that by this Sunday, April 5th. Same thing with phase two, which is the tech setup. It's pretty simple to do, pretty easy to do. I already have the YouTube page that I've had for months. I just forgot that I had it, but I have it already. And I just have to upload the resource onto Gumroad. That is going to be very simple, very easy to do. I've used Gumroad in the past, so I know I can do that in 30 minutes tops, even with including Canva pictures that I'm going to upload as well to make the whole resource pretty and all of that. So by this Sunday, I need to have these two phases finalized. Now, the bulk of the work that I need to do is going to be all about the content and the promotion of my digital product, and that is phase three. Batching content, because I work better when I batch my content, so I don't have to record videos every single day. I have a day to record my videos. I record more than one video at a time. That way I'm always ahead, whether it's to film B-roll or it is to do a voiceover. I can batch these on the same day. So this is something that I want to have done by April the 15th. So I'm giving myself about 2 weeks to get it done. It's a lot of work. That's where you have to decide, okay, what is my content plan? What am I going to post when and where? I enjoy doing that. This is my jam, but it does take time, okay? Figuring out what you're going to create, because there's some market research that has to happen before, then filming the content, editing if needed, and then uploading / scheduling that content. So this is the plan. This is the strategy that I'm using in order to launch this new business, to monetize this skill, this expertise that I have. And now it's your turn. You see how simple it can be. It doesn't have to be, again, this big mountain of a business where you have to come up with a big capital upfront. No, keep it simple. Make it all 100% online. Rely on your own expertise, your own experiences. Package that into a guide, into templates, into a webinar, into a masterclass, into something that you can sell automatically without having to be there present in order to make a sale. Okay, that way it's more passive, even though there's a lot of work upfront to set it up. Use a platform like StanStore, Gumroad if you want, or Thinkific. There are many of them. My favorite is StanStore, but in my example, I'm going with Gumroad because I want it to be free. And then create the free content that is going to attract the best clients. Choose the platform of your choice, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, whichever is best for you. And then make sure that in every video that you post, you talk about your paid resource. People won't know that you have something for sale until you mention it. So you have to mention your digital product in your free content. Okay, the free content itself is very valuable, it's very insightful, but then you have to turn these viewers into buyers, and that's how you promote your paid offers. Okay, so any questions that you have for me about this process, let me know in the description of this video. I have other videos where I talk more about the business side of things. I'm going to link a playlist up here. You can check it out and go through it as well. Any questions that you have about it, again, let me know. And if you want more than generalized advice like this, if you want more personalized help to turn your skills into cash, then I invite you to join us inside of my membership. This is where I help women turn their expertise, their life experiences into an online business that is location independent. So you'll find all the information about the Freedom Business Accelerator membership in the description of this video as well. Until next time, bye.